I'm Mariah, your dairy safe vegan. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, I hope you enjoy it. If you like my content, make sure to like this video, comment below, and hit that little subscribe button. I do a lot of recipes and lifestyle as a vegan living in the dairy state videos, so I hope that you'll join our little tribe. Today, I was gonna make a clear out my refrigerator recipe rice bowl, like a veggie roast rice bowl, because I have a bunch of vegetables that need using. But my husband called me from work today and he is sick. So instead of a rice bowl, I'm gonna make this cozy cream of vegetable soup. I used to work in this little Greek diner, and every Friday they would have cream of Normandy soup is what they called it. And it was just so good, really creamy, hearty vegetable soup. And I would always have a cup of that with a fresh bread roll. So I'm gonna veganize that soup today with the veggies I have in my fridge and freezer that need using. And then in my bread machine right here, I have some fresh garlic and rosemary bread baking up. So I'm super excited for tonight's dinner, and also super excited to show you guys how you can make this yummy, creamy soup, all veganized and so cozy and comforting for these fall months. So let's get cooking. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get all of our veg out and prepped. Now you can use whatever's in your refrigerator and needs to be used up. That's the great thing about this soup. But for me, I'm going to use broccoli, potatoes, carrots, asparagus, celery, a leek, and some edamame that I had in my freezer. So we're just going to get all this prepped real quick. And there we go. Everything is in bite-sized pieces, which is perfect for soup. And now we're ready to assemble our soup. Really, the hardest part about this soup is the prep work. Everything else is just about waiting. And then I put all of my trimmings for the veggies in that garbage bowl there. Save this, freeze it, and makes a really good veggie stock later. So in our soup pan, we're going to heat up some olive oil, and we're going to add our leeks, our celery, and our rainbow carrots. We're going to let these sit in this pan for about 15 minutes on a low heat. This is going to allow them to sweat, which means pretty much just get real stinky and real flavorful. Sweating for humans, not good. Sweating for veggies, delicious. So I'm going to add a healthy dose of salt. Don't be afraid of seasoning your food, y'all. And then I'm also going to add a good amount of minced garlic, about 3 to 4 tablespoons. If you're not a garlic lover, you can completely omit this. But I love garlic, plus it has a whole bunch of health benefits for you. So if you like it, load it up. We're just gonna mix it together real good so everything gets good and sweaty. And then once our veggies are wilted and somewhat translucent, we're gonna make our roux. So I'm gonna add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter to my vegetables. You can also use olive oil or coconut oil if you prefer. And that's vegan butter, of course. And then the last 3 tablespoons of flour I have in my whole house. This is going to thicken your broth, but it's also going to give you the creamy, velvety texture that you get from non-vegan cream soup. So this is a really important step right here. So when you get your flour and your fat of your choice in your pan, you're just going to mix it in with your veggies and really incorporate it well and keep mixing until the flour is cooked. Then we're going to add 2 boxes of vegetable broth. You can add less if you're making less. You can cut everything in half, but I'm going to do 2 boxes because I'm making a big batch to keep in my refrigerator while everybody is sick and it's cold outside. It's just a good thing to have for leftovers. So once our vegetable stock is all added, I'm going to mix this for about 2 to 3 minutes to make sure I don't get clumpy roux on the bottom. And then we're going to add the rest of our veggies that we didn't sweat down into this broth. So I also found these mushrooms in my freezer that I needed to use up. So I added them to our soup. And then our edamame. And our potatoes, broccoli, asparagus, And we're gonna let all of this cook down in the broth for about 30 minutes. So we're gonna stir it all together, make sure everything's mixed up really well so everything gets evenly cooked. And then we're going to season before we let this simmer. The best soups are layers of flavor, so you season at every layer. So in this layer, we're gonna add some rosemary, some thyme, and you can use fresh herbs as well. I had dried herbs, so that's what I used today, but I use fresh often as well. And then another healthy dose of salt. And I put a bunch of black pepper in my soup. If you're not a big black pepper fan, you can cut this back, but I put about 3 tablespoons. And then of course garlic powder, you know me. It goes in everything. And then we're gonna stir these seasonings in, and we're gonna let this cook low and slow for about 20 to 30 minutes to finish getting all the flavors incorporated throughout our soup. All right, so our vegetables are fully cooked, and now I'm just gonna I added some basmati rice to my soup. You don't have to do this, it adds some bulk for the men in my family. Plus, I really like rice in my soup, but if you don't want it, absolutely not a necessary step, or you can keep it on the side and serve the soup over it since this is a heartier soup. But I just mixed it right in. This is where it's gonna be important once you have the rice mixed in to taste your soup, because the rice will cut back on the seasoning level. You want to make sure you don't have it under seasoned. And then at the very end, like the last 5 minutes, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of almond milk. This is just going to give it a creamy appearance. You don't have to do this by any means, but I just like seeing what looks like a traditional cream soup. It makes me feel good and warm and cozy when it's in my bowl. And y'all, that's it. That's all you need to make this wonderful, classic cream of vegetable soup. My son devoured his entire bowl, and he didn't complain about a single one of the vegetables. And if you've met my Cody, you'll know he's a picky kid. There we have it. I garnished mine with a little cayenne pepper because I like it spicy, and the bread was so good. So thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think of the soup in the comments down below. Thanks. Bye. Hello. So I'm sitting here editing my video that's going up tomorrow. Jeff, say hi. He's helping me. That just washed me out real. Here, let's go over here. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. I've been having all kinds of technical issues today, like so many technical issues. So I'm changing my whole process of recording and editing. I just got a new editor, but what this means is my Thanksgiving recipe videos that was gonna go up tomorrow now isn't going to. So what I'm gonna do is next week, in my Thanksgiving series, I'm gonna post a video on Tuesday and on Thursday. So keep an eye out for those. I apologize for those of you waiting. In the meantime, enjoy this yummy soup recipe. And I'll have those Thanksgiving videos up next week now that I've updated my recording equipment and editing equipment and am done relying on my smartphone for all of that. So I'll see you guys in the next couple of videos, but I just wanted to keep you updated on the Thanksgiving series. It's not gone, it's just like a tiny bit delayed. Okay, bye.